It's, I think, the second time we're streaming. I just set up the setup to get it all done. It took me quite a while. So, you guys tell me if the quality of the stream is alright, if the audio is alright, if the audio is alright. Just let me know. The game is too loud. Thank you, Joseph. Okay, let me know if that's any better. Fix that as well. What, the mic or the game still? Okay, you guys let me know. Well, this is sort of a stream preview. You guys are so demanding. How's this? Is this any better? I need you guys here before we get into the game. Alright, so yeah, just let me know if it's any better. I'm waiting. So what? I need to talk so you guys can hear me. So I'm not sure if I pull up the mic anymore, if it will pick up on the fan noise. But yeah, well, you guys just let me know. Alright. Is it still that loud? Just put it way down. Alright, how's that? Yeah, sorry about it. As I said, we are still figuring out the whole streaming situation. Or well, I'm figuring it out. Is it better now? Streaming is actually very complicated. Well, it's actually not, if you have set everything up very well, but I don't have that yet, so you have to bear with me until we can get it figured out. Come on guys, don't let me hanging. I need you here. You're my guinea pigs for the streaming situation. Once I have everything dialed in, I'm planning to do this more often. But until then, I need you. Alright, since nobody's complaining yet, or anymore, I would say we just do this. So I only played a couple of hours yesterday. I think I'm 3 hours in. Well, Joseph, if you're saying it's good, I trust you. And it's not, and I check it later, it's all your fault. Well, better is okay for now, I guess. We're working on good over the course of the stream.
Night's blessing. If you have needs, checking with the watchtower.
So yeah, we're streaming Diablo 4, as you can see, on the Alienware M18. Settings wise, we are playing in QHD. I think I've set everything to maximum. We're playing DLSS quality, frame generation, even though we don't really need it, since it seems like Diablo is not that demanding. But yeah, if you have any questions about the laptop, if you have any question about Notebook Check, if you have any questions about the game, but I guess most of you guys can tell me much more about the game than I already know, because as I said, I only played like 3 hours. No, it's sorry to say it, but it's the Intel version. So I'm actually using 2 laptops. So the game is running on the Alienware and the stream is running on the ROG G14. Since I wanted to make this like a regular thing, and I don't want to set it up on the laptops I review every single time. So I'm planning to use the G14 as my streaming laptop, which actually made it quite complicated to set it up because I ran out of USB ports, which is, yeah, took me quite a while to figure it out. So yeah, what was I about to do? Okay, let's walk over there. Let's play some video games. I mean, specs-wise for the Alienware M18, so it's the i9-13900HX, which I think is a review configuration you cannot actually buy, because I think it usually comes with the 13980HX, but it doesn't really matter. I tested it, it's basically the same. The 980HX is not that much faster, except for like single speed stuff. Single core stuff, sorry. I didn't do any measurements on the display yet. So it's the QHD display though. So we already tested the full HD version on the website, but it was the full HD 480 Hz skew, I think, if I can recall correctly.
Thank you, Wanderer.
Can you see the temperature on the screen, or is it too small? So right now we're sitting at 68 degrees for the GPU and 83 degrees for the CPU. We're running at 150 FPS. And the GPU is sitting at, seems like 120 watts. Running in like balanced mode for the Alienware. No, it's not HDR. It's just like your standard IPS. I think they claim 100% DCI-P free, but as I said, I have not done any measurements yet. I plan to do that tomorrow, and then I think I will record the review over the course of the next few days. Yeah. Fan noise is actually very decent on balanced. And you still get like 120 to 130 watts for the GPU, which is enough, I guess, for most occasions. And I mean, if you really need maximum performance, you're probably gonna wear headphones anyways. Then you can put it on. Hold on, reading and talking at the same time is very difficult.
His mother Brega too, as she wrote her chronicles. Both of them had
I actually like it a lot. I think from the 18-inch laptops we had in the studio so far, this one is the one I like the most for now. But I was also just looking at the Scar 18 and the G18 from Asus. They're both alright. I mean, they're both pretty good, but the Alienware looks a lot cleaner. It's way better, like when it comes to build quality, and especially when it comes to ports, they properly utilized all the space they had available. So actually this would be a much better streaming laptop than the G14, because like it has 3 USB-As, 3 USB-Cs, DisplayPort, HDMI, network, everything, which would have made things a lot easier. But yeah, I only had it for a couple of days, so they're gonna need it back soonish. Again, let me know if you have any question about it, or if you just want to tell me something about the game. I played both betas, but only just to try it out, like not hardcore. So, but it's fun for now. Just did the couple of
Welcome to
the first couple of main quests and just getting into the story.
Hear about the incident.
Oh, and don't hate me, I'm playing with the controller because it's just much more chilled.
That was all
I don't
he
know
said.
if that is acceptable when you play
He must
Diablo.
be referring to his study. Something.
I'm actually not sure if this was such a good idea to stream today with the Apple keynote. So if anybody is watching like right now, tell me what happens. I have no idea what happened. What they launched. So if you want to keep me updated, you can all just head over to notebookcheck.net and just read me the news from the team. This way I can stay up to date. That's interesting. What kind of CPU is in the M16? Is it also an i9? I think if you own these, you can tweak them quite well, I would say. But we try to stay away from this because we want to give you guys a representation of how you as a user would get the device. That's why we just test it as is, so to say. Oh yeah, so it's the same chip I have in this one. But again, I think it's just a review configuration. I don't think you can actually buy it. So what's the streamer etiquette? I don't talk over cutscenes, right? Yeah, when I checked pricing for the review, I saw that they have like a massive €700 discount on the M18, which I think makes it a pretty good deal, because then I think it's 3.5K or something, which I think is very competitive for an 18-inch RTX 4090 laptop.
This can't be. I know who you are.
And I know you, Turner. Old, tired, each day a struggle to live up to your own legacy.
What do you want with me?
Astaroth.
She's dead.
Astaroth cannot die. Not by your hand.
Joseph, I don't know if it can be undervolted. Wasn't there a whole discussion that Intel is not allowing it? I think XMG just put out new firmware for their laptops, but I think most manufacturers are not allowing it. But I can be mistaken. I haven't looked into undervolting for ages.
Return to the darkness from whence you came. I said away!
So wait, they launched a new Mac Pro in the studio and it's not impressive? Okay. Are you a Mac guy or not a Mac guy? Because I think that will influence your opinion on it. I actually want to try a Mac Studio because whenever I took when I tried the MacBook Pros, they performed really well in Resolve for video editing, like insanely well. It's pretty crazy. So I wanted to see how the experience was on a Mac Studio.
And lack the required essence.
Well, if it's that controversial, I will look into it. But to be honest, over the past few months, it's been so crazy with new laptops coming out left and right. So looking into these more niche and special topics has just not been possible. It's just like reviewing all day, 7 days a week. It's been pretty crazy. Like with the whole launch of Intel Raptor Lake, Zen 4, RTX 4000 and everything, it's been pretty insane. But yeah, I guess over the summer I will be a lot quieter.
I need more time.
I didn't even know it was that much of a thing to still undervolt.
I'm not ready.
Okay, this is getting pretty hectic.
I'm not ready.
I shouldn't pick games you can't pause when streaming.
I'm not ready.
Oh yeah, and somebody asked if I kept the frame rate. It seems like, because it's like rock steady at 150. But it's also just a 165 panel, so it's just refreshing at 165, which I think is enough. At least for me. I don't need like 240 because you can't get there anyways unless you really put down the settings. Well, it's definitely built like a tank. This thing is so heavy, it's actually pretty crazy. And I have... none of the backpacks I own can fit the M18. So I think they should actually ship it with a backpack. At least like the 4080 and 4090 SKUs. You're paying that much, they can at least give you a backpack, I feel like.
Goat men. They've never dared come so close to the estate before.
Marco, I get what you're saying, but then again, I feel like, do you really need like this last bit of CPU performance, especially when you're gaming? I don't think it will make that much of a difference,
Fully understand how.
especially for the sacrifices you have to make when it comes to temperatures and fan noise and everything.
Full of surprises, aren't you? No wonder you caught Lorath's attention.
Well, it might, laptop BT, it might be up to supply, so maybe the only panel they can source is the QHD with 165 Hz.
Furious I cast her out.
So maybe ASUS has some special deals that they bought all the 240 Hz panels. Because I think their QHD on the SCAR 18 and G18 is 240 Hz, if I'm not mistaken.
To help me slay Astaroth.
Oh, and by the way, talking about the Legion Pro 5, I just got my sample a few days ago.
I resisted.
So I will do a review about the Legion Pro 5 with the Zen 4, but not with the top of the line one, but with the 8-core one, and 3070, and compared against the 13700HX Intel version with a 4060. But again, unfortunately we haven't been able to get a 4070 with Intel, so we can do a direct comparison. But it should be pretty interesting. But is it really that much of a difference, Joseph? Like, are we talking the difference between 160 and 170 FPS or something?
You travel to Kedegar and ask Corman the Alchemist to send anything he can.
What panel has been in the GE67HX? Was it the OLED one? Lexus. MSI has been really crazy when it comes to pricing this year, but I mean everybody is pretty crazy when it comes to pricing. That's why I was so surprised to see the M18 being sold with a discount of 700 euros. They tempted me myself. So wait, is this game capped at 165? Where is it? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, let's see. Let it rip. Okay, wait, that didn't work. The Legion 7i is also, I sent back my sample today. We did the review launched yesterday. I hope all of you have seen it. I will check later, so do your homework and watch the video. I liked it a lot. As I said in the review, it's just like the display. I wish they had a display option with wider color gamuts, just because I need it for work. That's my only gripe with it. But apart from that, I think they pretty much nailed it. I like it a lot. Thank you, Lexus. I would just name you Lexus. I hope that's okay. Alright, we are now running at 220 frames per second. And seems like we get up to 150 watts, 140-ish watts on the GPU, even though we're just in balanced mode.
I need more time.
No, it's with DLSS in quality and frame generation. Yes, I can. Just don't ask me to do things that crash the game. So that's DLSS off, frame generation off. There we go. We still get 170-ish. That didn't do anything, did it? Sure thing. Hold on. If this frame crashes because of you, Lexus, well, I can remember on the beta that frame generation introduced some stuttering, but I haven't noticed this with the game yesterday when I was playing. So we're at medium settings, 230, 220-ish FPS. Doesn't even look that bad.
I need more time.
No, I've not messed with the BIOS. As I said earlier, we don't tend to do that, because most users probably won't do it as well. So that's why we try to give you an exact representation of how you would get the laptop if you buy it. Yeah, I mean, I would go as far saying that 60 FPS for a game like this is more than enough, which is probably what I would do. I would probably limit frame rate to 100-ish to just have like a quiet system. Because this is just like, on a game like this, having 230 FPS seems a little bit overkill, at least if you ask me.
ready yet.
Yeah, well, the 4090 is quite a beast. I know it's not that well received. I mean, with prices being as they are and everything, I totally get it. But it's an amazing card. I think it's hard to deny. They did really good, like, with the performance and everything you get from it. I mean, yes, of course, pricing is pretty insane. But, I mean, for me, from my perspective, being like a video editor and being in content creation and all of that stuff, they bring a lot of good stuff to the table. Oops. Yay, we did that. Yes, this is a 4090. How much? Yeah, right. You told me. Somebody told me in the chat. $2,800 for the Legion with the 4090. And they're putting it on sale a lot, right? Well, I would love to keep the M18 because the situation right now is so my desktop is an i9 12900K and a 2080 Ti. So every laptop that has at least a 4080 is faster than my desktop, which is quite a bummer, to be honest. So I would love to keep the M18, but they already told me they need it back soon because they have not that many samples in Europe right now. I hope it's okay for you guys if I put it back to ultra settings. Sorry about that. I need some eye candy. Give that 4090 something to do. I think, or at least I hope, that prices will adjust in the next few months. But will do. So we're at ultra. Okay, let's do a quick test. So we're sitting at 196 right now. 200. And with DLSS, this is quality. Holy moly. We're at 250. Laptop PT, I think so, yes. So the 4090, like a fast 4090, is equivalent to a 4070 Ti on the desktop or a 3090 Ti. So a 4080 will be pretty much like a 3080 desktop, I would say. But I haven't looked at direct comparisons with desktop. And I got so out of touch with all the desktop stuff since I'm working for NotebookCheck. I had to watch some reviews because we're doing like a mini ITX build in the new fractal design Terra. I don't know if you guys seen this. Pretty amazing looking mini ITX case. And I'm trying to put together like a system, and I was like, I have no idea what kind of CPUs we have right now. So I had to watch some review videos about the latest AMD and Intel CPUs because I had no idea what's available and what's good and everything. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, it seems like ASUS really has some problems. So I hope you guys noticed that we are doing this satisfaction survey thing on the website. I did a shorts video about it the other day. And if you have anything you want to share, like a bad service experience or even a good one, please just head over to our website and look for satisfaction survey or something. I can put the link in later. Or just look at our latest shorts. It should be in there with the link in the description. Because for us it's so difficult to test or yeah, to keep touch of what's breaking, what's not breaking. Because we only have our samples for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes 1 or 2 months, but there's no way for us to test customer service and all of that stuff. Yeah, this sucks. I mean, if you're paying that much, then the customer service experience should be like on point. I guess I was just really lucky with my personal devices. So I actually bought one of the first Razer Blade Bros, the 17-inch. And they've been amazing with their customer support. I had a problem with like one of the battery swelled up, and it was actually not cool because it was my production laptop at the time. And they just replaced it within like 4 days or something, and I wasn't even in the like it was after 2 years. So they replaced it without charging me for it. It's been pretty amazing. And they've been really quick about it. I've actually no idea what I'm doing. Just walking around. Ja, ich spreche Deutsch, aber dadurch, dass der Stream Englisch ist, machen wir es auf Englisch. Sorry about that, guys. Just somebody asked if I'm German. But I guess there's no denying that I'm German. A lot of you guys pointed out the German accent. I guess there's just nothing I can do about it. I hope it's not that bad. Can't wait. So are you guys playing as well? Or am I playing a game nobody's interested in? But it seems to be pretty well received when it comes to reviews, and actually it's a ton of fun. It's just like I wouldn't say mindless, but it's just like a casual experience. It's not really sweaty. If you die, you just try again. I think for me it's a very chilled game. Thank you. Okay, wait, let me turn on frame generation again. Yeah, it's not doing a lot. Actually, it's like 10 frames less, so that's worth investigating. Maybe it works better with higher resolutions. Weird. The temperatures are pretty okay. We're at 70 degrees on the GPU. Okay, almost 90 on the CPU. That's pretty toasty. The case is pretty cool to the touch, only on the sides. It's getting pretty hot. And what I noticed, there's a vent on the right side that basically vents warm air directly where your mouse hand is. So that's gotten a little uncomfortable. It's not like unbearable, but yeah, they should have redirected it a little bit.
Poor man must have his hands full tending to so many wounded. I'll pack up everything I can spare and send it off to him.
No, there's not much of a difference with frame generation. But I think that happened to me with a Plague's Tale Requiem. I was benchmarking it, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and frame generation just wasn't working, and I had no idea what happened. And then I benchmarked it yesterday, I think for the M18, or no, for the Legion review, because I have that one in there for the comparison with frame generation, and it like tripled the frame rate almost, or like at least doubled. So yeah, maybe they will launch a new driver or like whatever, because they pushed it marketing wise pretty hard that it comes with DLSS and frame gen, so I'm pretty sure they will fix it.
I cannot do that here.
Cooked Snowball, what do you mean? Like the laptop I'm streaming on or my desktop? My favorite model so far. Oh yeah, probably the G14. Definitely the G14. It's just like the perfect combo of like a subtle design, insane performance. The display is amazing and you can customize the display insanely well, which is important for me because I need a good sRGB profile to do video grading for YouTube videos. And you can do that with ASUS's displays. And on the other hand, you can do that and then you have a pretty good display if you have color managed applications for photo editing, and then you have the mini LED display if you just want to watch Netflix or want to play video games. And yeah, I like it a lot. I know, it's insanely expensive. I know. But you don't ask me what my favorite model is. That's actually affordable, so... I mean, the Legion has been pretty alright too. The Legion is pretty amazing in the form that it's, I think, one of the best desktop replacements, even though it's just 16-inch. But the port situation is, it's so usable. They did such a good job. Yeah, so it's probably the Legion and the G14. What else did I review? Oh, and the new Predator, the Trident 17X, but that I just had for like a hands-on preview. But that one looked really promising as well. Cooked Snowball, my desktop is an i9-12900K running on a 360 AIO. There's a 2080 Ti from MSI, which is their Gaming X Trio, amazing card. You will never hear it, it's super silent. I mean, it's a 2080 Ti, so it's almost ancient by today's standard. Then I have like 64 gigabytes of RAM and like an insane amount of NVMe storage. I think like 4 terabytes of NVMe storage. And like other storage stuff. Okay, hold on, what am I supposed to do? Okay, so let's get the waypoint and then let's go on with the main story quest. What time is it? 9. One of my friends just told me that Apple just changed the world, and you guys told me it's not interesting what they just did. No, I did not review the MSI Titan this year. I think we did not have enough time for the sample for the video, but it's on the website. So we have like a very detailed review on the website. My colleague Andreas did an amazing job reviewing that one, but we unfortunately had no time to send it to me for a video. But we have all of our data on the on the website. But I didn't see it. Okay, the profile looks pretty good. I mean, as you can see in, if you watched our Legion video, hold on, I wanted to go somewhere. If you've seen our Legion video, it looks almost identical to the Legion Pro 7. So it's got this almost the same build quality. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I must admit, I have not played any games on it yet. But I will do that soon. I hope that I hope I can get the video done within the next few days, this week, because I'm actually traveling next week, so I have to record everything this week so I can edit while I'm gone. I hope I can get it done today, this week. Cooked Snowball, well, it started out like a very different machine, and I just bought new stuff and added stuff and all of that. But I'm also using my PC for work, so that's why it's a pretty fast one. Because I need that performance for the videos, and back when I was doing professional photo editing, I also needed a very fast machine. So it paid for itself. Oh, they did. Oh, right, the headset. Yeah, I have to watch that later. I own like a Dell Windows mixed reality headset from a few years ago. But VR is fun, but never really clicked for me. But yeah, let's see what Apple's doing with it. I just have one desktop and one laptop that I own. But then again, of course, I have a lot of stuff here for reviews. So, but I just own a laptop and a desktop. I know. It's just, so for me, it's like when I look at performance, I can always justify the cost a little bit more because I make money with my laptops, PCs and everything. But then if I look at it, it's just like, just for games, that's a lot of money for a hobby basically. Which is not, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. But it's like, as you said, comparing it with a PS5. But then, again, I do not own a PS5 and I desperately want to play Horizon and God of War. That's been on my list for quite some time. But I never got around to buy a PS5. Just too many games to play. It's definitely worth to build a custom PC because, one, you end up with a machine that's probably faster and cheaper than if you buy a pre-build, and it's a ton of fun. It's a little bit like Legos for adults. So I'm really looking forward to that mini ITX build. And it's gonna be a pretty insane setup, so this will be, I hope it will be a very nice video, because we have some very cool stuff coming with it. Oh shit. Let me fix the camera. I'm terribly sorry about that. As I said, not quite the professional streamer right now. I hope it will work now. Give me quite the headache earlier. The Saber Sentry is also mini ITX, right? So I hope that works. That USB Sony thing is pretty finicky. So I hope I can get it to work. Ah, damn, that sucks. There we go. Welcome back. So we will get a 4080 from ASUS. I hope you guys aren't too mad about that. And it will be their RTX 4080 Pro Art. So it's a little bit smaller, so it can fit in the mini ITX case. And it will be a Ryzen Ryzen system, at least when it comes to the CPU. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. Do I think it's worth it to start YouTube? Well, I only started it last year. I mean, we had the channel for quite a while, but I'm only with NotebookCheck since a little bit over a year. So I would say it's definitely worth it. But again, I didn't start from scratch. I mean, the channel was pretty much dead when I took it over, but we at least had like a base of subscribers. So I guess that put me in a very comfortable position. And also with the team behind me that do an amazing job testing and getting devices and everything. It helps me a lot to have the output that we are having when it comes to our upload schedule. Which I think if you're like a solo YouTuber, it's very hard to keep that output. And I mean, even though we have such a big team, for the past few weeks and months, I've basically been working 7 days a week. So it's a lot more than just the reviews you see on YouTube. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. So definitely, if you want to get into it, if you want to do it as a side hustle, or if you want to do it because you think it might be fun, then definitely do it. It's one of the best jobs I ever had. No, it's hands down the best job I ever had. So definitely go for it. True, competition is very hard. I guess you just have to find your own voice. I mean, that's what we are doing right now. We are basically also just starting, I would say. I mean, the channel is going pretty well. Get a lot of new people coming in, and it seems like we're doing an okay job, if I might say so myself. People seem to like what we're doing. But yeah, it's the competition is out there. I know, NotebookCheck, the website, helps me out tremendously. Having that kind of knowledge and just so many people testing and so many people that you can work with and that you can rely on, it makes my job so much easier. And so, yeah. Especially with the upload cycle I'm trying to do, like the upload schedule, I'm trying to do 2 reviews a week with as much shorts and everything I can get to. So yeah. Well, we're trying to get to 100k. I hope I can get there soonish, but I have no idea how it will. I guess at some point you just, I don't know if it's like with YouTube, if it's just like a steady increase of subscribers, or if you're like lucky you get a lot of subscribers. I have no idea. We will see. But it's fun. It's been very rewarding for now, and for now the channel is doing very good. I think much better than we all anticipated. So yeah. And that's mostly thanks to you guys. So let's also see how the streaming thing goes, because I wanted to do it. So I hope we can get some more people in the coming streams. So I will stream Diablo tomorrow on the Legion. On the Legion 5 Pro with the 4070 and the Ryzen. Oh my god, I can't remember. I think it's the 7745HX, but I might be mistaken. Like, it's the 8-core one. Like the mid-range-ish chip. But their naming scheme this year is just like, I don't know. I don't know who came up with that. yeah, for now I think shorts haven't really been doing that much for us, but they are fun to do and they're relatively easy to produce. So I think that's pretty interesting. Like between all these kinds of different content, doing like long form reviews, doing shorts and doing streams, it's pretty interesting. It's a fun job to have. And you always get new goodies to play with. Like whenever something new comes in, it's a little bit like Christmas every few days. So that's nice. Yeah, I think streaming could be like a nice first look and hands-on experience, and you can try different games, different settings, and like see live how things react. And then we can also keep up the videos as on-demand content. So I think if it goes well, I would definitely keep it up. The only problem is I do not really have the space to have like a permanent streaming setup. So I have, excuse me. So I have to find an effective way to put up the streaming setup. It's true I don't have to pay for review samples, but I have to send them back after a couple of weeks. So that can hurt sometimes. But yeah, I know it's a very privileged thing to say.
I'm low on essence.
Well, if you play Diablo as well, let me know what character you're playing. I'm trying the Necromancer. So I tried the Berserker in the first beta and then the Druid on the second beta. And so far, I must admit, I really like the Necromancer. It's fun. Yeah, with shorts you really need to be effective. So if I have an idea of what I want to do, I can get it done in like 1 or 2 hours. But then our shorts aren't they're not like cinematic or anything, but they're relatively easy to produce. So that's what I'm trying to aim at. So I don't need like, I'm trying to limit myself to 2 hours at max for shorts. Yeah, Corpse Explosion is pretty insane. It's fun. Cooked Snowball, thank you so much for being around and for your interaction and for your questions and everything. Joseph, have you tried to go on our website and just pick any 4060 laptop or any 3070 laptop and just look for the other thing? Then it will show you exactly. So for example, if you pick any review, I can't remember off the top of my head. 4060. We tested the Legion Pro 5 with the 4060. It should be up on the website already. If you just head into that review, go to the 3D Mark section, and then look for any 3070 laptop, or just type in RTX 4070, then you can put them side by side. It's very easy to compare stuff like this. And I'm not just saying this because I want to advertise our website, which of course I want to do, but it's a really useful feature that I use like every day when I'm doing scripts and everything, when I want to compare something. That's alright, no worries. I mean, even I have to ask the team sometime how to look for stuff on the website, because there's just so much information on it. It's hard to keep track of everything. So, you are excused. So yeah, the streaming thing could also be a very nice community thing, maybe jumping in a few multiplayer games every now and then. And I would love to play with you guys. That could be a lot of fun. So yeah, there are a lot of ideas on how to push the streaming thing. Sure thing, Lexus, no worries. Thank you for being around. And see you on the next stream or the next video. And don't forget to like the stream, apparently it helps. So, thank you. I think I'll stream for another 30 minutes. And then I have to get dinner, and then I have to watch the Apple keynote. So,
Hope the fish are biting today.
just so you guys are aware.
My husband, Theodore, left our home in the middle of the night. I heard him talking to someone, another woman. I went to confront them, but they fled towards a strange light in the forest. I have been gone all night. I think it's time I went after him, but the forest is
Joseph, which laptop we tested with the 13500HX? Was it a Legion? Did that come with a 13500HX? Did they talk a lot about gaming on Mac in the keynote? But yeah, why would you play World of Warcraft on an 8K display at 240 Hz? That's just trying to impress with numbers. I mean, I'm pretty sure a 4090 can do it as well.
What do you need?
But then again, okay, a 4090 is much more powerful than an M2 Ultra. Okay, maybe it's impressive. I don't know.
You and that nuisance of a child both. Girl's been nagging us about that demon woman all week.
Okay, maybe it's just like average data. It might be that the yeah, no, I have no explanation. I have to look into it myself. I was just trying to come up with a solution for you or with an explanation, but I just couldn't. Sorry about that. I have to look into it myself.
The knights are willing to teach us a few tricks, which have come in handy.
I provide a steady supply of, shall we say, specimens for the clutching nearby.
Okay, yeah, I will look into it.
Desire
So I know what you
which has
got,
become
what you're
more
talking about.
dangerous to satisfy. I require a host of intact ghoul hearts from the surrounding area. There's something special about the ravenous dead nearby. They can reanimate with only a few.
I have no idea what I've actually been doing in the game. Just running around and just killing
I'm
monsters.
more accustomed to dealing with the
So maybe it was a good thing that I
Your
didn't do
discretion is
any
appreciated, of course.
main
And you will
quests.
be rewarded.
Okay, I get it. I mean, it's... You need a lot of data for different machines to have like average data to get an idea of how it should performs. Unless you're only interested into a certain device. But that's what you need. Corpse explosion is so good. Huh, got some pretty nice stuff. Didn't even realize. So yeah, for everyone who's just tuned in, we are streaming Diablo on the Alienware M18 with the i9-13900HX and an RTX 4090. We are running at QHD, getting about 230 FPS at ultra settings with DLSS and frame generation. And we are running the Alienware M18 in balanced mode, getting about 150-ish watts to it. And fan noise is okay. I mean, it's not silent, but it's okay. I can deal with it, especially with having headphones on. But I'm also not very sensitive towards fan noise, so I can live with it. And when I say streaming, the game is running on the M18, but the stream is running on the ROG G14. Oh, by the way, guys, let me know how the stream looks, because I'm trying the AV1 encoder on the RTX 4090 of the ROG. So let me know how quality is and everything, if it's smooth, how the sound quality is for both my voice and everything, because I need feedback. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting way to look at Apple and Windows. I wonder what would happen if Apple got really serious about gaming. Like if they really put their mind to it and really started to work with developers. I think they could do some pretty insane stuff. And also at the same time, nvidia has a lot of years experience with building GPUs and drivers and working with developers and everything, so it's tough for Apple, I would say. Okay, Eyes of Bias, you have to imagine you know nothing about, not a lot about streaming, and then tell me again what you just told me. I'm not a streaming professional. I basically just went I want to try streaming, and just clicked on start stream after a little bit of setup time. That took insanely longer than I've anticipated. So what am I actually using? I'm probably gonna look at my build and my skills later and be like, what did I do? But well, here we are. I was actually doing a side quest, didn't I? Yeah, I have to go back. Okay. Damn, I thought you could be someone who's like, yeah, it's good. Just be like, the stream is good. I did a good job. That's actually all I wanted to hear. But, I mean, you guys are still here, so I guess it's alright to watch me play this game very amateur-like. But yeah, I will rewatch the stream later. And I might even put it up as on demand to see how that works and how this is received from our viewers. And I also have to figure out what is a good time, with us being in Germany and most of our viewers coming from the States. So it might be very late night streams for me.
Excellent work, friend. Goldheart's seem to have captivated the clergy as of late. It's no surprise, really. Understanding your enemy is the first step to defeating them.
Alright, we did that. So what's next? I think we can do one more. Yeah, let's do this one. And then we call it a night. So again, tomorrow I will be streaming on the Legion 5 Pro. I just have to set it up tomorrow morning. And then the stream will be ready later that day. Probably around the same time as today. And that will be very interesting since I've not properly used the Legion 5 Pro. So it will be new for me as much as it is for you guys. Thank you so much, guys. We try. And also I try to find the perfect balance between enough details and not too much details. Because I have this amazing situation where I can rely on our website reviews. So I can be a little bit more liberal with what I put in the videos. Because I do not want to do like 30-minute laptop reviews. I think it's a little bit too much. And there are other people doing this, so we're trying to find the balance between long enough and not too long. But it's amazing that our website is that well received. Makes me very proud, and I'm sure to forward it to the team. You guys have not been very good with supplying me about more info about the Apple keynote. I do not feel very well informed about what launched. Because it should be over by now, right? For. If you guys are playing Diablo, let me know how many hours you played and if you liked the game.
What has happened?
Well, I guess most of you will start playing tomorrow.
Such sights I have witnessed. Such pleasure. Such pain. I must have more.
What? Theodore? How is it that you...
How much faster is the M2 Ultra on the Mac Pro? Have they showed anything? And how much is the headset? Because rumored prices have been insane. So please let me know. And that's good to hear that we're doing a good job with how we put our videos together.
I need more time. I'm out of essence.
Holy crap. Yeah, I think that was the rumored pricing as well.
No surprise Theodore was
It's
born.
pretty crazy.
But I have given only what was desired.
But do you think it's worth it? I mean, it's a first generation product from Apple,
Soul has been
and
torn
I'm not sure how many they want to sell of it, or if they maybe just want to,
but his flesh is unyielding.
again, try to reinvent a new device category, which Apple can do, so they might be up to something.
I'm not ready.
Alright, that was easy. Just didn't give me any good stuff. Alright, let's do this again.
I'm not ready yet.
But how do they place it? Is it like an entertainment device? Is it supposed to be something that can substitute for your TV or anything? Like, what is it? Is it just a gaming thing, or? I mean, I guess I can just watch the keynote later, but I'm curious.
I'm out of essence.
Spatial computer. Okay, they even come up. They totally came up with a new device category. It's interesting.
I'm not ready.
Apple just doing Apple things. Oh, I guess it will be interesting. And I'm pretty sure we can review it at some point, so... Okay, this is getting pretty intense. Damn. Last thing I wanted to do and then I die. Guess it's really getting late here. Alright, let's see.
I need more time.
Okay. Corpse explosion is insane. Might be a little overpowered, but it's definitely fun. There's a dungeon I can keep in mind for later. Oh, I have to do it again because I died. Damn. No, I'm not gonna do this tonight. Just picking this up. Alright. I think I call it a day for today. For tonight. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Yeah. Leave your like if you watch this later. Make sure to comment if you like this format, if you like us streaming on devices we test. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you liked. And yeah. Thank you so much for your time. thank you so much for hanging out. Eyes of Bias, thank you as well. And yeah, we're definitely gonna keep it up. Alright, thank you so much guys. You've been amazing. And I see you all in the next one. Take care.